What is up, guys? The LA Gamer here, and today I'm bringing you guys the first episode of a new series. I've been kind of pumping out some new series lately with this and the 2K series, but this series will be a career mode. Now, I know I did a career mode earlier this year with the cornerback, and it went fairly well. It had a fairly good amount of reception. The only reason I stopped doing that really is because it seemed like I got kind of bored of it, really, because the cornerback is not the most fun or exciting position. Not only that, but I think you guys got kind of bored of it too, because it's just kind of the same old, maybe occasional interception, there just wasn't enough action at cornerback to make a great series. But I know a position where there will be a lot of action, but not enough action that will actually it just wouldn't make the game crazy. And that position is halfback. Now, I thought about wide receiver, and I even played a fake wide receiver league as a test to see if that would be a good idea, and I would get like 400 receiving yards a game. That's way overpowered, so we're not doing that. Quarterback, you get too many options or too many ways of winning the game, and if I was a quarterback, I'd honestly go 15-1 probably every year, and it just wouldn't be that fun because you guys can almost go into my videos expecting me to win. Now, I want that to be a surprise whether I'm going to win or lose, to make you guys want to actually really watch the video and see what happens. So I found a nice little middle ground is the running back position. The team that I decided to play for and the player I decided to be will soon be announced. The player I decided to be and both the team were probably already figured out by the thumbnail and by the title of the video, but nonetheless, based on the guy that I want to be, I'm going to be a balanced halfback because that's what he is in college right now. I am playing, or the running back I'm pretending to be is a guy who is in college right now who will not be drafted till a minimum of 2 years from now because he is only a sophomore and he can't be drafted till after your junior year. I'm pretty sure that's correct. I think that's what I've heard. So the guy's name, and of course you guys will recognize it if you guys are big college football fans, Leonard Fournette. He is one of the guys who's kind of bolted up the whole college game this year. He's been shut down, or he hasn't been as good as he was to begin the season in recent weeks, but that's fine. He plays for LSU, so let's make that his college. Either way, the first 10 weeks of the season, or first maybe 8 games of the season for his college team, which is of course LSU, he was averaging, I believe, close to 190 to 200 receiving yards or rushing yards a game. I don't even know what I'm saying. And because of that, he put LSU in a great position. They were actually a top 4 team for a while, if I'm correct. How did I forget the alphabet? Let's just keep on going until we get to LSU. For a second, I thought I passed it. You know, that was so bad. I forgot how the alphabet goes for a second there. So we're getting pretty close. We're in the L's and LSU. Here we go. We're, of course, going to be... What will he be when he's in the league? Maybe 21? Okay, we'll be 21, whatever. Now, his height and weight. You know, I probably should have had his background information up right now. It says he's 6'1", 230. 228 is about as close as we're going to get. It's going to be tough to find a guy who kind of looks like him. He's probably... Let's see. Probably more towards that skin tone. His face, he's bald, but he has a beard, so I don't know if we're going to find anybody like that specifically. We'll just pretend like he shaved the beard. I highly doubt he just randomly grew hair, and he's not that ugly, so... this kind of actually looks... I guess kind of looks like him. That's probably the best option that we have so far. Not a whole lot of these guys... They don't give you a whole lot of selection when it comes to heads in this game. That's something that I've come to realize, so... We'll live with what we have. We'll just go with this. This will be our Leonard Fournette. Because you can't really do a whole lot with the amount of head selection that we actually get. So, to look at images of his body style, this is relatively similar to his body style. I believe his arms are a tad bit bigger. He's pretty buff. So we'll go with that. Helmet type, he just rolls with the kind of traditional helmet like this. He doesn't use a visor or anything. And he also doesn't run with sleeves, but he does have gloves. And he does have gloves in this too. Does he have wristbands? He does. In some pictures he does, in some pictures he doesn't. So we'll just go with this. This look looks fine. I know it's the generic look, but if that's what he wants to look like. So we got 90 speed, 85 acceleration. Obviously not the fastest back in the league, just because the game doesn't really allow running backs to be as fast in this game. Pretty good carrying at 85. And then just kind of an equal level of ability throughout the board and spin move, juke move, and all that stuff. So the team that I'm going to be playing for, if you guys haven't noticed by the obvious uniform that he's wearing, is the Indianapolis Colts. Real quick background on my reasoning for that team is that they have Andrew Luck. Really is. Andrew Luck's one of the top quarterbacks, and I think it would be great to play with him. Not only that, but the Colts have been struggling a little bit in real life, and a lot of people are a little curious as to what the reasoning is behind that. And I don't know, but my belief is if we can get a nice running game there, it'll really help bolster that team. We're going to put on all Madden in 10 minutes, and we'll just see what I can do. Now, I'm not going to try to go overpowered. Maybe I'll get the occasional 150-yard rush game or something like that, but I'll make sure not to try to go overpowered in terms of how many rushing yards and stuff like that I'm going to get. So I'm trying to keep this as realistic as possible and just try to have a big year in my rookie season. So I hope this is something that sounds entertaining to you guys. I hope this is something you guys stay in tune with, and I will see you guys in the next episode where I play my first game. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.